The internet just exploded, and no, it's not because of another celebrity meltdown or a random Zeus Network fight. This time, it's because of a baby. But not just any baby, we're talking about King Harris' son, King Jr., aka Mini King Kong, who just broke the internet by standing up like he's been training for the baby Olympics his whole life. Forget crawling, this kid looked like he was about to walk straight into a Marvel audition. 1 second. The world was arguing over which rapper fell off this week, and the next? Everyone's jaw hit the floor watching this baby balance himself like a heavyweight champion. It wasn't just cute, it was historic. The clip spread faster than a Nicki versus Cardi argument. TikTok timelines froze. Instagram comments flooded. People said, "Ain't no way that baby's real." Others swore he's been drinking protein shakes instead of formula. Even the haters had to pause. "Nah, this baby built different," one comment said. "He holding that bottle like it's his destiny." And honestly, they weren't lying. King Jr. stood there like a mini gladiator, gripping that bottle like it owed him money. Within hours, the internet crowned him Baby King Kong, the undefeated champ of toddler strength. Conspiracy pages started claiming T.I. personally trained him with dumbbells, while gossip blogs wrote think pieces about royal genetics in the Harris bloodline. But behind that one viral clip lies a storm of family pride, fan drama, celebrity reactions, and internet insanity. Because when your dad is King Harris and your granddad is T.I., standing tall isn't just a milestone, it's a movement. So buckle up. This ain't just a baby moment. This is the viral birth of a new internet legend. Welcome to the chaos of trend tattle. When that now legendary clip of Baby King Jr. standing hit the internet, it was like the social media universe stopped breathing for a solid minute. You could feel the timeline trembling, algorithms panicking, influencers scrambling to post their reaction videos before the dust settled. The footage itself was simple, no fancy lighting, no music, no filters, just King Jr. standing on his own 2 feet, gripping that bottle like it was a symbol of dominance. But the energy behind it? Unreal. The baby didn't wobble, didn't hesitate, he stood like he'd been plotting this debut since birth. It wasn't long before the clip went from awe moment to full-blown viral hysteria. Comment sections lit up like Times Square on New Year's Eve. "That baby got more balance than my bank account." One fan wrote, "Mini King Kong out here defying gravity," another said. Twitter threads turned into think tanks. TikTok edits flooded the For You page, slow-motion replays, dramatic zoom-ins, background music from The Lion King. One creator even titled his post, "The Rise of a Legend, King Jr. Edition," and it pulled over 5 million views in a single day. What started as a family milestone had become the pop culture moment of the week. And of course, when something blows up this fast, the chaos isn't far behind. The internet started spinning wild theories faster than a DJ Khaled remix. Some said King Jr's stance was too perfect and that there had to be strings or secret editing involved. Others claimed it was CGI. One Facebook Annie even went viral claiming, "That ain't no normal baby, that's a reincarnated boxer." But before the conspiracy train went completely off the tracks, King Harris jumped online with a simple caption that sent shockwaves. "Ain't no tricks. Ain't no edits, my lil' man just built different." Boom, that one line did more damage than a diss track. It set off a new wave of reactions. Half the internet started praising him for being a proud father, while the other half accused him of using the baby for clout. You could almost hear the collective screech of drama pages booting up their editing apps, and let's be real, King Harris knew exactly what he was doing. The man has lived through headline storms bigger than most people's careers. From court cases to public rants to viral outbursts, he's no stranger to controversy. But this time, this was different. There was no shouting, no drama, just a father watching his son take a literal stand. It was the calmest, most genuine King moment fans had ever seen, and ironically, that made people lose their minds even more. Then came the wave of celebrity reactions. T.I., the original Hustle Gang general and proud granddad, reposted the clip with a caption that read, "Legacy strong. The bloodlines standin' tall." That one sentence turned into a quote meme overnight. Legacy strong was suddenly trending on X Twitter, slapped onto baby edits, motivational quotes, and even gym memes. Somebody even made a fake Nike ad edit that said, "Just stand it." Meanwhile, Tiny was in grandma mode, commenting under every post with heart emojis and "That's my baby." Captions, fans loved it. It was giving unity. It was giving warmth, something the Harris family hadn't publicly had in a long time. For a brief moment, the internet wasn't talking about scandals, fights, or rumors. It was talking about family pride. And in the social media world, that's rare gold. But of course, peace never lasts long online. The comment warriors came crawling out of their caves. Some said King just trying to fix his image using his baby. Others dropped comments like, "This too convenient man trying to distract us." Distract from what? Nobody even knew. But that's the beauty of the internet. People don't need facts. They just need theories. And while the world was debating motives, fans were making memes faster than the speed of gossip. Edits of Baby King Jr. standing next to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. A clip of him photoshopped holding the Infinity Gauntlet with the caption, "When you finally get the last bottle of milk." Someone even replaced his baby bottle with a mic, adding the quote, "Started rapping before he could talk." The memes were endless. The reactions were electric, and the engagement? Off the charts. King Jr. was officially the most viral baby in the game, outselling Blueface's chaos, overshadowing Chrisean Rock's live rants, and even knocking Zeus Network drama out of the trending list. And that's saying something, but underneath all the noise, there was something deeper that nobody could ignore. This wasn't just a cute moment, it was a reminder that the Harris name still carried weight. For years, King Harris had been fighting public perception. Every mistake, every rant, every controversy magnified. But now? His son had given him something he couldn't buy, fake, or edit. A moment of genuine love. And that was powerful, Dot. It's crazy when you think about it. One short clip did what months of apologies and interviews couldn't. It humanized him again. People started seeing King not as the wild kid with attitude, but as a father who actually cared. "He really loved that baby," one fan said. "You can tell this changed him." And honestly, that shift was visible. Instead of feeding into the chaos, King Harris stayed quiet. No live rants, no clapbacks, no shady posts, just silence and reposts of fans celebrating his son. That silence spoke louder than any diss track. Meanwhile, the blogs were going wild with headlines like, "King Jr. proves the Harris legacy still reigns." From trouble to triumph, King Harris' baby brings hope to the internet. Move over, Kardashians, there's a new baby king in town. Entertainment reporters couldn't get enough of it. For once, King Harris' name was trending without negativity attached. And let's be real, that's a storyline no PR team could ever script better. Still, every rise comes with a twist. While the love poured in, there were whispers that maybe, just maybe, the Harris family would use this viral wave for something bigger. Rumors started flying about a new project, a docuseries, maybe even a podcast called Raising Royalty. Some fans were thrilled. Others called it calculated. But whether it was planned or not, one thing was clear, the internet was hooked up by day 2. King Jr. had unofficially become the face of baby strength. Fan pages were popping up, followers multiplying by the minute. Quotes like, "Built different since birth," and "Mini King energy" flooded timelines. Someone even edited a fake Wheaties box cover with King Jr's face on it. The caption said, "The breakfast of baby champions." And yet, behind all the memes and madness, one truth echoed: this was bigger than a viral clip. It was a legacy moment. Because when a baby from one of hip-hop's most controversial families can unite the internet, even for 48 hours, that's not luck. That's power. But here's where it gets interesting. Somewhere between the praise and the theories, someone claimed there was another angle to the clip. A longer, unseen version. And what it allegedly showed. Something that might change how everyone saw this perfect moment. That's when the narrative started twisting again, because in the world of fame and filters, every miracle comes with a question. Was it real or just perfectly timed? And just like that, the internet went from celebrating baby King Kong to dissecting every pixel of the clip like it was part of a government investigation. The piece was over. The drama had officially begun. By the next morning, social media looked like a battlefield. Hashtags like hashtag Baby King Kong, hashtag Built Different, and hashtag Raising Royalty dominated every corner of the internet. The clip had gone from a heartwarming moment to a global obsession. Everyone, from gossip pages to verified rappers, had something to say. And you already know what happens when the internet gets obsessed. It stops being about the truth and becomes all about the narrative. At first, it was pure comedy gold. TikTok creators reenacted the clip with toy bottles and protein shakes. One influencer went viral pretending to train like King Jr., doing squats while holding a baby bottle filled with Gatorade. The caption read, "Preparing for fatherhood like King Harris." The comments were unhinged. "Bro, you not even in the same gene pool," one fan joked. "That baby built like he's on pre-workout." Memes flooded the timeline. People compared King Jr. to Baby Hulk, saying, "He's what happens when your parents argue in 808s. Another tweet said, "King Jr. didn't crawl. He just stood up and asked for a feature." The internet hadn't had this much fun since Blueface and Christian's last IG war. But while fans were laughing, others were investigating. That's when the extended clip rumor hit. Someone on Reddit claimed to have seen the full video, supposedly showing King Harris coaching his son to stand for the camera. A blurry, barely 10-second version of the alleged footage started circulating on Discord. In it, you could hear a man's voice saying, "Come on, lil man, stand tall for daddy." And that was all it took for the conspiracy crowd to clock in. Suddenly, the narrative flipped from awe. What a moment to wait, was this staged for clout? One YouTuber even titled his reaction video, "The Truth Behind Baby King Kong Manufactured Virality?" And the thing got 500,000 views in a day. Commenters were losing their minds. "Everything's fake nowadays," one person wrote. Another said, "They really training the next influencer from birth." And yet, the wildest part? The drama only made it go more viral. Because let's be honest, nothing boosts a wholesome story like a sprinkle of scandal. The algorithm eats chaos for breakfast. While fans were dissecting the clip, celebrities started weighing in. Boosie Badass posted a story saying, "That lil dude gon' be doing pull-ups by next week." Snoop Dogg commented, "Nephew got that strong gene, salute." Then, of course, the Zeus Network stars had to jump in. Natalie Nunn reposted the video with the caption, "This the energy the baddies need." And suddenly half of TikTok was remixing it into dance edits. Meanwhile, you had gossip pages going full detective mode. Was the clip leaked or uploaded intentionally? Was it King or Tiny who filmed it? Is this the start of a new Harris family brand deal? Every question was wilder than the last. Then came the memes that turned the chaos into digital gold. One viral post had King Jr. photoshopped onto a wrestling poster titled, "Baby Mania, the Bottle Belt Showdown." Another had him standing next to The Rock with the quote, "Finally, a challenger has arrived." Even big brands jumped in, unofficial, of course. Gatorade's Twitter account commented, "Built different" under a fan post. And Pampers got tagged so many times they actually replied, "King Jr. approved." But the real turning point came when T.I. broke his silence again, this time going full proud granddad mode. He uploaded a photo of himself holding a baby bottle with the caption, "Legacy built from the ground up. No shortcuts." Boom, the comments exploded. Fans started calling it the most gangsta baby post ever made. One user said, "That bottle looked like it's worth $1 million. Another said, "This baby got more marketing than most rappers." Suddenly, King Jr. standing up wasn't just a moment, it was a movement. You had motivational speakers quoting it like gospel. "If King Jr. can stand, so can you" became a meme-turned-mantra. Fitness coaches used the clip in reels. Life coaches were out here saying, "This symbolizes the next generation refusing to fall." Yeah, over a baby video. That's the internet for you. Nothing's too small to be turned into a metaphor. But as the praise poured in, the haters doubled down. A popular gossip blog posted a headline that read, "King Harris accused of using baby's milestone for PR redemption." The post racked up over 200,000 likes and an entire war broke out in the comments. Half the people defended him. "He's just being a dad, chill." While the other half said, "Everything's for clout now. Even the babies." And right when it felt like the internet couldn't get any louder, Chrisean Rock entered the chat. She went live on Instagram laughing about it, saying, "Y'all acting like that baby just lifted weights. It's a bottle, not a barbell." Her tone was playful. But you already know, the blog spun it like she was throwing shade at the Harris family. Headlines popped up instantly. "Chrisean mocks King Harris' son, fans call her out." Bino reacts to Christine's comments on baby King Jr. It became a full-blown circus. Even Hood Trophy Bino jumped in subtly, tweeting, "They mad cause their baby don't got that king strength." Fans went viral. Within minutes, the internet decided there was now a baby beef between the Harris family and Christine's camp. Completely ridiculous, but it worked. The clip got resurrected in another viral wave. Meanwhile, the Harris family stayed completely silent. Not one comment. Not one clapback. And ironically, that silence spoke volumes. Fans started saying, "They learning. They letting the internet fight itself." King Harris' name was trending again, but this time, the energy felt different. It wasn't anger. It was intrigue. Then, out of nowhere, the Baby King Kong challenge took over TikTok. It started with a fan holding a bottle and pretending to stand tall like King Jr. Then athletes, gym brothers, and even influencers joined in. Some wore baby bibs while holding weights, yelling "built different" in slow motion. It was so dumb but so genius. People couldn't get enough. The hashtag hit over 500 million views in 3 days. Brands started catching the wave too. Energy drink companies made parody ads. One even edited King JR's clip with the caption, "Fuel your inner King Kong." It was everywhere: TV, Twitter, TikTok, even news channels. A baby standing had somehow turned into a cultural moment bigger than most celebrity scandals, but the internet doesn't do peace. Just when the story seemed to hit its peak, a supposed insider claimed that the Harris family was in talks for a new show raising royalty The Next Generation. Nobody could confirm it, but the rumor alone added gasoline to the fire. Fans screamed "clout chase," while others said, "Let them win, they earned this." Through it all, King Jr. remained the undefeated star of the show, silent, adorable, and entirely unbothered. Every move the Harris family made was now tied to his name. Paparazzi even tried to get photos of him in public like he was a mini celebrity. People were calling him the baby messiah of the internet, the tiny titan, and of course, Mini King Kong. But the real question lingered: was this all destiny or a digital accident that just happened to hit at the perfect moment? Because as fast as the internet builds you up, it loves tearing you down twice as hard. And some people weren't done digging yet. New angles started popping up online, and one of them, they said, revealed something no one was ready for. The new angle hit the internet like a lightning bolt. Some random TikTok page dropped a grainy, off-center clip supposedly from the same day as the original video, except this time there was a little more background noise, a few more voices, and one suspicious sound that people swore changed everything. You could faintly hear someone saying, "Get this one gonna go viral." That was all it took. Within minutes, people were screaming fake, louder than a reality TV reunion. Every gossip blog from Hollywood Unlocked to The Shade Room reposted it with headlines like, "Did King Harris stage baby King JR's viral moment?" And the internet feels played. Overnight, the vibe went from celebration to suspicion. The same fans who were posting "built different" memes were now dropping snake emojis. It was chaos stop, but here's the twist. Instead of crumbling under the pressure, King Harris stayed silent. He didn't post, didn't defend, didn't even throw shade. That silence made people even more obsessed. "Keep plotting something," fans tweeted. That silence too confident? It was the kind of mystery that fuels engagement like gasoline on a fire. Meanwhile, the conspiracy train was fully loaded. Some said the clip was part of a secret promo campaign for a new reality show. Others claimed the Harris family had partnered with a fitness brand. One post even went viral saying, "Sources confirm baby King Jr. is signed to a brand deal before age 1. It was completely unverified, but that didn't matter. The internet's new religion is believe first. Fact check never, but here's the wildest part. The backlash actually worked in King Harris' favor. Every fake accusation brought more attention, more reposts, more memes. The baby's clip hit another 50 million views in a single day. People who hadn't even heard of King Harris before were now diving into his world, like binge watchers discovering a new series, and just when the drama looked ready to explode, T.I. stepped in again. The man who usually keeps his distance from internet nonsense dropped a video message. That felt like a masterclass in subtle flexing. He said, "We don't do clout, we do legacy. My grandson ain't go viral, he went global." Boom, mic drop. The clip was everywhere. Even news outlets picked it up. It wasn't just a defense, it was a declaration. The Harris legacy had officially become a generational saga. That statement turned the tide. Suddenly, fans shifted from doubt back to awe. "Y'all hating on a baby?" One person tweeted. "That's a new low." Others started posting inspirational edits again, overlaying King JR's clip with T.I.'s quote. The vibe flipped again. Because in the age of algorithms, the story doesn't have to make sense. It just has to keep moving, and move it did. The next morning, King Jr. had officially surpassed 300 million total video views across all platforms. Hashtags like #MiniKingKong and #BuiltFromLegacy were trending worldwide. Influencers started posting motivational content like, "Be like King Jr., stand tall when the world doubts you." Entire pages dedicated to baby milestones began using him as a reference. One page even posted, "King Jr. walked so your baby could crawl." Then came the merchandise. Fans started designing shirts, mugs, and hoodies with slogans like "Stand tall like King Jr." and "Legacy built different." Within hours, Etsy sellers were cashing out. Even fake baby King Kong supplements started popping up, little vitamin bottles with King Jr. memes printed on them. The internet had officially turned a baby's first stand into a cultural economy. But the story wasn't over. Because behind the memes and merch, something real was happening. People were talking about fatherhood, legacy, and image redemption. Talk shows started discussing how one viral clip had rewritten the public perception of King Harris. "He used to be known for chaos," one host said. "Now he's trending for growth." You could see it in his demeanor too. When King finally broke his silence, he didn't rant or curse. He simply posted a black and white photo of him holding King Jr. with the caption, "Built by blood, not by brands." The image was raw, powerful, and perfectly timed. Fans flooded the comments. He understood the assignment. This the comeback arc we needed. From trouble to triumph, salute. And just like that, the narrative was his again, but not everyone was ready to move on. The same internet detectives who started the first rumor decided to investigate further. They began analyzing the lighting, claiming the baby's balance was too advanced, suggesting maybe the clip was sped up. One post even said, "Babies that young can't hold bottles like that, it's staged." That post went viral too, not because anyone believed it, but because people loved mocking it. "Y'all mad a baby's stronger than your Wi-Fi," one user replied. Another said, "Maybe he's just built different." Not everything needs a conspiracy. The comment sections became war zones of sarcasm and meme stot, and in the middle of it all, King Jr. remained undefeated. No interviews, no responses, no scandals. Just pure viral energy. By now, King Harris haters were exhausted. Every attempt to tear down the moment only boosted it. Even the entertainment sites that used to drag him were forced to admit the truth. He had flipped the narrative completely. One article headline summed it up perfectly. King Harris' baby just did what PR teams couldn't, redeem the family name. It was poetic. A family once defined by courtroom headlines was now being praised for growth, strength, and legacy, all thanks to a baby who didn't even know what a hashtag was. As the dust settled, something strange happened. Other celebrities started following the Harris blueprint. Influencers began posting their own baby milestones, hoping to catch the same wave. But none of them hit the same way. Because what made King JR's moment viral wasn't just the act, it was the story. The redemption, the pride, the ridiculous drama, it was all cinematic. By week 3, even mainstream media outlets like Entertainment Tonight and Good Morning America covered the story. One anchor joked, "If this baby ever drops a mixtape, the charts are done for." Another said, "From diapers to dominance, King JR's reign continues." But beyond the jokes, there was something almost symbolic about it all. In a world obsessed with scandal, one baby's small act reminded millions that sometimes, just sometimes, the internet can celebrate something pure. And yes, it got twisted, mended, and monetized along the way, but underneath it all, it started from love. Still, as every viral story goes, a shadow of curiosity lingered. Fans began wondering what's next for the Harris dynasty. Would they lean into the fame? Would King JR's moment turn into a show, a brand, a legacy series? King Harris stayed cryptic, dropping one final post that sent shivers through the fandom. "Every king must learn to stand." before he learns to rule. It was dramatic. It was poetic. It was viral gold dot, and just like that, the internet was hooked again. Because if this was just the beginning, the world knew one thing for sure: whatever comes next, it's not just a story. It's a saga. The mini King Kong era had officially begun, and the world couldn't look away. The legend of King Jr. wasn't just a baby moment. It was a cultural reset. A digital fairy tale in a timeline built on chaos. And whether you loved it, hated it, or laughed your way through it, one truth stood unshakable: the baby didn't just stand tall. He stood above the internet itself, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is how a baby bottle became more powerful than a Raptus. King Jr. didn't just stand, he stood his ground against the entire internet and somehow came out undefeated. From memes to madness, from conspiracy threads to celebrity praise, this baby turned the timeline upside down and walked away with the crown, all before learning how to walk. Forget Blueface versus Christian. Forget love and hip-hop drama. This was the real heavyweight showdown: innocence versus internet insanity. And guess who won? The baby Dot. But now it's your turn. What do you think? Was this the most adorable redemption arc in hip-hop family history, or a genius PR stunt disguised as a baby milestone? Drop your theories in the comments, because you already know the story is far from over. The Harris dynasty just rebooted, and something tells me King JR's next first word might break YouTube itself. If you laughed, gasped, or yelled, ain't no way that baby real. Smash that like button like it owes you child support. Subscribe and ring that bell so hard it starts trending, because this is Trend Tattle, where we don't just cover celebrity chaos, we magnify it. We turn whispers into world news, baby steps into global headlines, and one tiny bottle into a viral empire. So grab your popcorn, keep your notifications on, and prepare for the next internet earthquake, because with families like the Harrises, the drama never sleeps. It just learns to stand taller. This is Trend Tattle, signing off, where every scandal, every secret, and every viral moment stands on shaky ground. Until we make it legendary. Make it legendary.